Good morning or good whatever time this bomb ass conversation reach your ears. This is your girl Faith, the goddess of guidance. Come on in here, let me pour some love and wisdom onto y'all with y'all magical ass, because you're listening to My Thing podcast. Hey babes, I know right now is the perfect time for us to talk and for you to listen. Ask me how I know, because the universe has a way of aligning us together, and I love everything about the divine's timing. So y'all, on today, we're going to be having a conversation about positioning yourself. And before we get into the conversation, I just want all of my listeners who's not aware that I'm now recording on camera. So please bear with me as I communicate with you guys both. So the conversation may be a little bit more personal because now I actually have people watching. So I'm going to go ahead and have a conversation with both of you, okay? So let's get ready. Let's get set to go. So what do I mean about positioning ourselves? What do I mean, Faith? Okay, so this is actually a technique that we use during manifestation or when you're trying to manifest something, right? You'll probably be familiar with it. So what am I saying? I am telling you to go to the dealership and go test drive that new car. Not the new car, but your dream car. Now, why would you do something like that? First of all, you're doing something like that because you're getting the feeling to see behind the wheel, to see how it feels, to manifest and visualize yourself in that exact car. Your visualization will be a whole lot better. And not only you doing it because of that, you're also doing it because you don't know who God got set up for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not positioning yourself, you're not giving God the opportunity to just say, you know what? You will be surprised and amazed about the things that God can do when you position yourself. You believe faith without works is dead. I say this a lot. Faith without works is dead. That is a lot of faith to go to the dealership. You don't just go to the dealership. You know, a lot of people don't just go there. So when you're going there, the salespeople are under the impression that you're coming to buy something or you're inquiring about it, right? So now it's in the works of the universe that people are now calling you about your dream car. You know, it's coming together. Now you have 1 and 2 or 3 more where they're gathered and where God is in the midst of it. So if they're believing that you're coming to buy a car and you're believing that you're coming to get a car, who knows what may happen? So you just got to get there and position yourself. And when you go there, baby, I want you to go there looking nice. I want you to go there looking good, because guess what? You got to also allow your salesperson to believe she has money. She's coming to get this car, because when he believes, you believe, and everybody else in the dealership is like, okay, I see you coming to get your new car. And not only that, it's just something about the energy of everybody being on one accord. Okay. Unity is everything for me. And not only we going to the dealership today, we're also going to go check out the house that you've been eyeballing online on Zillow or True. This is not an ad, okay? This is not an ad for neither one of them. But I know that I have done this, where I will go look at a house, a mansion, not a house, but a mansion. And I will tell somebody, hey, you know what? I'm interested. Is there an open house or anything like that? I want to know everything. So I position myself. And when you position yourself, you also, like I've already said it, that when you do that, you're allowing somebody else who may be in the position to bless you, because He uses every last one of us. Okay. Whether you like it or not, you're being used, sis. You're being used, my brother, my sis. You're being used. For instance, let me tell you guys this story. Have you ever put something on layaway before during Christmas time? And have your balance ever been paid off? Yes. Well, my baby, you just manifested everything. Even though you didn't do it intentionally, some mothers are out there putting things in layaway, knowing they don't have no money, hoping that them little dimes and nickels they can rub together, something gonna transpire. And because they were in a place of worrying, how they gonna get this money by tomorrow, that money got together by tomorrow. Somebody came and paid your balance off for your layaway. But that only happened because, believe it or not, you actually had faith. That was faith, because you went to a place knowing you didn't have no money to buy them kids for Christmas, right? You know you didn't have that, but you stood out on faith and said, you know what, let me at least go get the layaway. What's the worst that can happen? You used your faith. You took that leap of faith and did it. So I am asking you guys today to take that leap of faith. Go to the dealership. Go look at that house. Write that check. Now, I ain't telling you to go cash that check. I say write that check. Put it in your wallet. Put it somewhere where the rest of your money is so that it can multiply. Yes, let it multiply. Put it in your wallet and see where you're going to get with that. Y'all, I'm not telling y'all something I ain't never done in my life and things that I know work. This works. It works. I've done it. You could do it. And I'm just ready to do so much more with it. I can actually tell you a story about my manifestation if that would help you out a little bit better. Let me get into this story time with y'all. So I was 12 years old. I was really young. That's what actually got me into this lifestyle too, of believing and having a great amount of faith and gratitude and being thankful because, baby, I learned this at a young age. I was 12 years old when I first heard about The Secret. I'm not sure if you guys know anything about The Secret, but it's called the Law of Attraction. And at the time, my mom was actually into it, which caused me to actually get into it as well. She had these checks that are, it's the Bank of the Universe, and I was playing house. I play house by myself, y'all. I was the only child. I'm still the only kid, the only adult. Okay, I am the only adult, and at the time I was playing house, and I was acting like I had a business, and I was writing on the check, and I said that this young lady owed me some money, of course, because it was my business, and I went to sleep that night. Just left the check alone. I was done with it. Once you finish playing house as a kid, you're done. You go to sleep. You go do whatever you got to do. Go eat, go to sleep. And that's what I did. Well, the next morning when I got home from school, my mama gave me the same exact amount of money that was on that check. And I was like, I said, oh, mama, did you see the check that I wrote? She said, what check? I said, the check that you had on the counter. She said, no. I said, well, you gave me the same exact amount of money that was on the check. She said, are you serious? I'm like, yes. So for me, that's where it all started. Where I was playing, God showed me at an early age that this was the path that I needed to be taking. You know what I'm saying? I was 12 years old. Look what happened to me. Look, take my experience. Look at that. What was the odds of that happening? Why did my mom give me the same exact amount of money that was on that check that she knew nothing about? Why? Tell me why. Why? No, for real, tell me why. I wanted to know. So then I got involved with The Secret. I started using it so much so that I've manifested this entire world around me, girl. I have realized that I'm the author of my reality, and I have been creating some bomb stuff, okay? I've been doing it. I'm starting off little by little by little. And it's so crazy because even when you know something works, there's always a little voice of doubt. Okay? It comes around because it comes here to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what I call, the little consciousness things on the side of you. The angel and the devil, and they're battling. And sometimes you try to listen to this voice, so it comes around. So I could be so much further if I would just kill it. Just kill that voice over here. But hey, I guess I need it sometime. No, I don't. I don't need it at all. Neither do you. So I'm just here to tell you to position yourself. And if that doesn't help you out and you're like, okay, that was years ago. What about now? Take a look at me, baby. Take a look at me, baby. This here, everything that I got going on right now, manifested. I have it. Y'all, I left my day job to do this. Okay? Leap of faith, talk about it. Let's talk about this story right now. Hold on, let's listen. Do you know that when I first started recording my podcast, all I had was my phone in a cabinet? There was an empty space that sounded really good. That sounded like a voice. One of these things here. Did you know that? Well, you didn't? I'm here to tell you, yes. I was recording my phone in a cabinet doing this podcast. And now I'm here today with all of the materials that I need. I didn't even have a laptop. I had my tablet. I have an iPad tablet that allowed me to use GarageBand to edit and do things like that. But now look at me. I got a ring light. I got a phone. I got this laptop. I got this system set up. I got all of my great things up in here in my little studio. I'm doing it. This is all the headset, the microphone. This is the move up. This is me manifesting this. I manifested this. Yes. And I've used it multiple times, but I just had to go ahead and let you guys know about this though. So I positioned myself. I put myself in a position to get ready to accept abundance. Yes, by posting it. I did not allow the lack of resources to hold me back or hinder me from proceeding to what I wanted to do. Like I said, I left my job. Is that not enough for y'all? I left my job. Well, not just to do this, but for a number of reasons. But this is my day job. This is what I do now. I make podcasts. I communicate with you guys. I pour my love and wisdom and knowledge and understanding into you guys. Like, I'm doing it. And I know that eventually this will lead to something more. And it will pour out a blessing. I know that. Because I changed my mind and I changed my life. I shifted my perspective to believe that my life is happening for me and not to me. So every day I'm making it an intentional decision to line myself up for everything that I want. My heart's desires will be fulfilled. Okay? And yours can too. And I just, like I say, every time I come on here, y'all, I just come on here to give y'all a little love, a little razzle dazzle, a little shink-da-dink, a little rump-a-dump. I just come on here to help you guys uplift your spirit. And this is my tinker. I am the tinker. This is how I'm going to change the world. I'm going to change the world by influencing you to be the better version of yourself, to be the healed version of yourself, to applying yourself, to stop being lazy. Once you stop the laziness, you will have so much more. Once you get out of the fantasy, being in a fantasy can be very dangerous, but great and bad. It's like a love-hate relationship. And the only reason why I say that is because sometimes we're too busy believing in a fantasy of something that's not going to transpire. And you would think that, well, you're using your imagination, so something is bound to happen. Yes, but it's a lazy place. Because being in a fantasy, some things think you're just going to happen. And that's not how it's going to happen. You have to put faith with works so that it won't be dead. You have to bring life into the situation by being active, big baby. I say that all the time. Be active. You're going to receive everything you want once you begin to be active. Being intentional, doing things on purpose, like, oh, well, I'm going to put this here with the hopes of believing that this is going to happen. Not even hopes, that it will happen. Fantasy sometimes doesn't allow you to do that. I mean, it does to a certain extent when I think about it, because I'm sitting here thinking of a fantasy that I once had. And it came to reality, so I guess. I mean, hey, maybe it may work out. I don't know, but I really feel like sometimes, I don't know, maybe I'm looking for another word, and it's lazy. That's what it is. So if you don't have any thoughts of anything that is going to transpire, then you're just going to be right where you are. So, my baby, I believe in you, and I believe that you will but position yourself for greatness, for everything you want. Everything. Like I told y'all, I ain't just sit here and say, go ahead and do it. A lot of people have problems with people who don't practice what they preach. But I'm here to tell you, sis, that I have practiced these things. And it has come to pass for me every single time that I've believed in myself and believed in these things. They have transpired for me. So I'm not just sitting up here and just going off because I don't know. I'm sitting here because this is my experience. And I know that it could work for you. Okay, so do it. Go position yourself. And speaking of that, I will be going to the dealership to go check out my car. Yes, I will be going to check out my car with the hopes, not with the hopes, with the intention that I will be driving off and home with it and be calling my mama, girl, I got my car. Yes, that will be me. And it could be you too. So get into it. Y'all, I love y'all. It is always a pleasure of mine to speak into you guys. And if you want help with learning how to manifest some things and making things happen for you, if you need help with learning how to pray, go to, I'm going to put it down here. Go to IG, which is Instagram, and look up Sweet Soul Counseling. Okay? Look it up. Book a session, DM me, do whatever you feel is necessary. I know that kind of booking a session, they kind of require you to create an account. And if you try to, go ahead and DM me, girl. It's not that serious. Go ahead and DM me and we'll figure out the payment methods later. Or, scheduling you later. I make my books. I can do everything, I can help you out. It ain't that hard. And as well, if you like to leave a comment, a review, and want to talk about a topic, a conversation, please, by all means, also visit me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, on my